Trump's tariffs are doing widespread harm, and not just to Target or to Walmart or Amazon. Traditional American companies and red states are very much feeling the pain. And we're showing you there's some products made by John Deere. Well, they're in a pretty bad way. They actually announced earlier this week that they're laying off 71 workers in Waterloo, Iowa, 115 people in East Moline, Illinois, 52 workers in Moline, Illinois as well. Now, they've been laying people off for a solid year or more. And you might say that people's frustration about the economy before the election, that companies like John Deere were firing people, led them to want to move in a different direction. But the issue is, they didn't move in a different direction. They just poured fuel on the fire because Donald Trump's economic policy, particularly his tariffs, are directly contributing to these firings. And it's not me, some progressive online, who's saying that. John Deere is saying that. And so let's jump to a little bit of how they're explaining these recent moves. Corey Reed's the president. He said during the company's most recent earnings call that the uncertainty surrounding Trump's tariffs has led to many farmers putting off investments in farm equipment, saying, quote, if you have customers that are concerned about what their end market are gonna look like in a tariff environment, they're waiting to see the outcomes of what these trade deals look like. Their director of investor relations similarly said the primary drivers for the company's negative outlook from the prior quarter are increased tariff rates on Europe, India, and steel and aluminum. And so the uncertainty thing, you can say, well, eventually we'll know what some of these tariff rates are. And for some of them we do, and they're higher tariffs. Europe is a higher tariff. India is a far higher tariff. Trump just raised it by 50%. That is terrible for John Deere. And it's gonna mean that the next couple of quarters are gonna be really rough for them. And it's not just them. Ford, they said their profits could plunge by up to 36% this year. They expect to take a $2 billion hit, particularly on the tariffs on steel and aluminum, as well as on car components manufactured in Canada and Mexico. General Motors last month said the Trump tariffs are a major reason why its profits fell $3 billion the previous quarter. And they think the next quarter their profits could drop $5 billion. Which is bad for the company, it's bad for the stock and the stockholders. It's bad for hiring at those companies. And they're saying it is the tariffs doing this. And of course it is, we all knew it was gonna have that effect. The only person in America who doesn't seem to accept that still is Donald Trump. And so we're seeing it across all these different companies, Sharon. You hate to see it, you just hope that people are paying attention.
Yeah, as they try to take care of their daily obligations and their daily lives. He causes so much chaos, it's hard to fight back. But yeah, this is another dumb thing that he's done. And it's so easy, in my view, to spot it. I don't know why people don't just rise up and do something about this guy and all of his policies. I mean, we can't count on the Republicans in Congress to do anything. It's not even his right, these tariffs, okay? But who's gonna stop him? It's the same old thing.
Yeah, I have to imagine, shouldn't Fox be covering this? Like, do you think that the 71 people in Waterloo, Iowa that were fired by John Deere are like blue-haired vegan hippies? Maybe there's a couple, I don't know. I don't wanna judge Iowa too much, but there's probably a few conservatives among that. I mean, it's Iowa, it's John Deere. How much more stereotypically American does it need to be for Fox to care? And bear in mind, oh boy, were they talking about firings under Joe Biden. Why is it that now, as the firings become more common, they don't seem to care, as all of these great American companies are having their profits cut, not because of bad decisions on their part, not because of woke, but because of Trump's tariffs. The thing is, people are gonna notice, even if they pretend not to.